in history, all 4 belts in the cruiserweight division will belong proudly around the waist of one man.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. With the undercard press conference here for Joshua and Parker, joined by Eddie Hearn.
How are you, old boy?
I'm alright, all good.
Did you sleep well last night?
Went to bed about 3.
3 in the morning?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Everyone was up, weren't they?
I went to bed about 12, woke up at 7:30. It was nice. Normally I've got my daughter kicking me in the head or like in at night, and so it's nice just to get a little. Well, I've got 2 single beds in my room, like put together.
Have you really?
Yeah. It's a bit weird because I take up the whole bed really, but I slept well.
Frank Smith's got a blinding
Listen,
room.
Frank Smith's the man, isn't he? He's got the suites.
He's
got
got
the
2
Ranges.
flat screens in his
He's
room.
got the Rolexes.
Yes.
What have I got? A couple of single beds in the room.
Price Povetkin.
Mate.
Huge
See the
chance of
size
David
of him?
Price. I know, I saw it.
I mean,
yeah.
he's got such a huge size advantage, but listen, it's a very, very tough fight. But what a chance. I love the way he spoke in that presser. He says, when I got offered this fight, I just felt like something good is due to happen. And, I mean, sport doesn't sometimes work like that, but when you have ability, like he does, something good can happen at any time. And he could detonate on Povetkin's chin on Saturday night. I know he's a massive outsider, but sometimes you make fights where fighters, you can't really see a way they can win. As I've asked you this question before, can you see a way that David Price can win on Saturday night?
Yeah.
Can you imagine how nuts this stadium would go if David Price can somehow pull out the performance of his career and beat Alexander Povetkin on Saturday night?
So, just to clarify, if he beats Povetkin, he'll go to number 1.
Yes, won't necessarily be. I mean, you'd think he'd become mandatory. The mandatory hasn't been called yet, but it will do at some point. So, yeah, he'd be probably number 1 with the WBO, number 1 with the WBA. He'd probably be top 3 with the WBC. I mean, it's just you can't fathom what this could do through his career.
Burnett against
Yeah,
Parajo.
tough fight. Mandatory challenger in Parajo. Fought for the world title before, come up just short. Very good fighter. A lot of pressure on Ryan in this fight. You know, normally it's in Belfast, everyone loves him, and here, obviously, he's in a huge stadium, and he's looking to put in a good performance.
Acid test, is it for Josh Kelly?
Yeah, he saw a bit of. I've not really seen that from Josh before. Molina's bang up for this. You know, Molina's been banging on my door for a year to try and fight in the UK. He's had a good camp for this fight. He's been prepped and he's ready. And he said to me in the change room yesterday, make sure when I beat your little kid here, you make sure you give me the chances over here. And that's what he's fighting for. You know, he's at the back end of his career. Look at his resume. You know, Ezerende Lara, he's boxed Bundridge, beaten him. He's boxed Kirkland. He's boxed Cintron. I mean, he's been at the very high level. It's going to be a tough fight technically for Ryan Burnett. For Josh Kelly. Molina's very tough. He's quite awkward. He's quite dirty. And he mustn't get frustrated in there because you don't want Molina to try and old man him.
Joshua Boazzi, Joe Cordina on the card, and also Sean McGoldrick, Crawler,
Morgan Jones. I mean, it's a great card. I would advise you to get in the stadium as soon as doors open because even Mossy Umatagai, who's Duco's sort of young up-and-coming star, is fighting Morgan Jones. Don't tell Duco, but I think Jones is going to turn him over, to be honest with you. You've got Sean McGoldrick, you've got Joshua Boazzi, you've got Joe Cordina in his first title fight, Josh Kelly in a big fight for his career, Anthony Crolla in a really important fight for his career, Ryan Burnett defending his world title against mandatory challenger Parajo, the massive heavyweight fight between Price Povetkin and then the big one. As I said in a press conference, people say, why do you spend all this money on the undercard when you can just have Joshua? Because we love it, because we love to put on a show. We love to make sure you watching at home or in the stadium turn around and say, wow, I got unbelievable value for my money, and leave with a nice big smile on your face, because that is what life is all about.
Did you see the comments from Deontay Wilder yesterday?
No, what, on the Boxing Voice?
Yes.
It's like he goes on this little channel, that's about all the media he can do these days on the Boxing Voice. I mean, look at the media here. This is the undercard press conference. What do we have? 20 international TV cameras here? You imagine what would happen if Deontay Wilder was here right now. We were going to do a press conference here today with Deontay Wilder. Can you imagine the media coverage he would have got? What can you say?
Called you a crybaby.
What am I crying about? I'm not crying. I feel sorry for him that he has such ill advice not to make sure that he comes to this event. I'm not crying. I'm very happy with my heavyweight world champion. I'm very happy with my life. I'm just trying to improve his. I'm just trying to make him a bigger star. I'm just trying to make him more money. This is what I do for a living. That's what I do. I make you more money. I make you a bigger star. I get you to bigger fights. So every now and again, you just need to listen. I'm not trying to be arrogant. And it's not a case of you come here. I'm just saying to you, major PR blunder not being here this week. And ask anyone in the media. They all say exactly the same thing. There's only one person crying. Oh, I can't get in the ring. I'm not coming. Oh, if I don't get in the ring, I'm not coming. Who's a crybaby now? The difference is you can get in the ring, but we're not scripting it. This is about Joshua against Parker. This isn't about Deontay Wilder. The only focus is the fight. And after the fight, if Joshua wants to invite you in the ring, which by the way he would, no problem. But it's not like when the fight's over, you jump in and you go up to him. It's not about you, Deontay Wilder, this fight. This fight's about Joshua Parker. When it's all said and done, if we are victorious, then we'll start a little bit of hype train. You ain't signed a contract yet. Once you sign a contract, the fun and games begin. So there's only one person that's thrown his toys out the pram. But forget about that. It's just madness. Speak to any member of the media. Speak to anyone in a promotion game. Speak to anyone that has any sense and ask them, should Deontay Wilder be here this week?
So he also said that, as in regards to Dylan Whyte, that two things he said. Option one, he'll fight Dylan Whyte if it's in the contract, which he said before, that he'll fight Joshua after.
We can look at that.
Or he said that Dylan Whyte fights Luis Ortiz and beats Luis Ortiz, no problem, he'll fight. That was his other option, which I heard.
It may end up getting called in as a final eliminator. Then he'd have no choice. It's not about fight. This isn't about fight him to fight him. All I'm saying is, we will give you a fight, Deontay, that will make you double what you've ever earned in your career before. And then, yeah, we're happy to talk about including a Joshua fight.
Because before you wasn't open to that, were you?
No, but now we're going to make the Joshua fight, yeah? So I don't care if I say to Anthony, like, let's commit to the Joshua fight. He will anyway. So, yeah, we can do that. We can sit down with his team. If they're dynamic enough to actually call me and approach me about a fight, rather than me having to call them, make them offers all the time, reach out to them, we can make that fight happen. Or alternative, as I said, he can sign with me and I can make both fights happen very quickly. But it's not about talking and this and that. Just come back to me. Just respond to my offers. Just start the conversation. Start talking. There's no talk. No one's reaching out to us. And it baffles me that some people want to believe that he's calling for this fight. He wants this fight so bad, yet I've never had one approach from a member of his team. And that's the three managers. I've never had one approach from Deontay Wilder. I've never had, and now he doesn't even come to the event that would give that fight so much more hype and credibility and make the public say, we demand this fight. So I don't know who to believe. But don't be baffled and fooled by, I just want one champion, baby. Well, how many unifications have you had so far in your 8 world title defences? I'll answer the question. And now you want to talk about fighting Dominic Brazil, who Anthony boxed 5 fights ago in his first world title defence, his 16th professional fight, and didn't lose a second of 1 round and knocked him out in the 7th round.
Does he mention that Adam Kawanaki as well?
Adam Kanaki, good young prospect. Come on. But I want all the belts. I want to fight the big hair. Fucking hell. Bore off.
Okay.
Anyway, it's about Joshua Parker. As I said to you the other day, real recognises real. We can only deal with the reality, the fighters that are willing to step up and take the fights. Joseph Parker was that guy. As far as I'm concerned, his cojones are much bigger than Deontay Wilder's. Because he didn't do that, he done that. Do you like that? I'll do it again. Yeah. He didn't do that, he done that.
Eddie Hearn, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
Thank you.
First time in history, all 4 belts in the cruiserweight division will belong proudly around the waist of one man.